Just got to Giant's Castle. The security opens the gate at 6 a.m. We got here at 6:16 and we're going to try to summit Giant's Castle Peak, which is the highest peak of this nature reserve. We just started the hike. If you look straight across, that's the Bushman's River and that's the escarpment. That's where we're going to be heading to. We're at Rock 75. This is where Dunford and his troops, they camped over here while they were looking for Langabalele back in the day. Here it is. This place has a lot of history if you follow up on the Langabalele rebellion. Now hiking on the Giant's Ridge. Tomorrow we plan to loop it and come back via another way. The beautiful thing about hiking in winter is the views. There's no clouds in the way, so you can see all the peaks. Just started the ascent of Giant's Castle. Clouds covering it up a bit. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. 500 meters into the path, there is a small stream to the right, but I think it's pretty dried up now. It's quite a well-defined path. There's nice parts, so far so good. It's pathy and not too rocky as yet, but yeah, let's see how it goes as we ascend. Very misty. We're almost on the top of Giant's Castle Pass. If you're feeling tired, there are caves. This is cave 1 on the left hand side if you're coming up. Let's have a look. I know in summer there's a drip, so you should use a tent. There's some hay, so you can sleep. Maybe like 4 over here. Let's look at the other one. This side maybe looks a bit more or less the same. And yeah, Giant's Castle Cave on the Giant's Castle Pass. So it's very misty. The path got quite difficult because of the loose rock everywhere. So yeah, definitely hike with sticks. Gives a lot of support, especially for the scree. So almost topped up of Giant's Castle Peak. If you look over here, you can see the frozen ice. Giant's Castle is actually quite famous for ice climbing. There's certain sections where the waterfalls are totally frozen and you can climb it with like crampons and an axe. Just show you the view behind us. It was cloudy because we were in the cloud, but as we reach in the escarpment, we're going to be above the clouds. See, there's a lot of remains. Looks like a donkey because the Basuchis generally use donkeys to like transport whatever, usually marijuana. There's so many of them down here, everywhere. Then you'll see some vultures eating the remains when it's kind of fresh. Just topped up the pass now. Maybe it took us like 2.5 hours. You can see the view started to clear, but this is how you get to Lesotho. Tomorrow we're going to go left to summit Giant's Castle. Today we're going to look for the cave, the Giant's Castle Summit Cave, which is on the right. Look how beautiful it is. Giant's Castle. Welcome. Can you spot Yusuf? There they are. So, we're on the escarpment of the Drakensberg at Giant's Castle. We found this hidden gem cave. It's not found on the map. So we don't have a tent or anything, and the cave is quite exposed. However, with the right gear, we're going to be fine. So this is all the gear I bought, and I'm going to test it out for winter. So I have my R-rated insulated mattress with 3.3 together with my sleeping bag. It can go up to -5, and my pillow as well. And the clothes, what I'm wearing, don't worry, it's still kid friendly. Like underneath my pants, it's thermal base layer pants, and then I have a thermal base layer shirt. This is from Well, everything's from Decathlon. This is from the ski range, so it's really, really warm and cozy. When I go into my sleeping bag, I'm actually only going to go with my base layer so that I don't defeat the purpose of insulation with the sleeping bag. So yeah, literally everything from head to toe is all from Decathlon. This is winter, June in the Drakensberg. And yeah, we're going to test everything out. No tent, exposed, winter. Like, I mean, as we were hiking, there were frozen waterfalls. So it's definitely below zero. We checked the temperature. It's maximum of 6, minimum of -6. I think it said feels like -10. So yeah, let's see how all the gear goes in the Drakensberg in winter. Good morning from Giant's Castle Cave. I just had my breakfast. Thanks to Mama Alice. I'll show you the view that we have with the sunrise beginning in golden hour. So yeah, I slept really comfortably in my cave. See my part. It's very well protected. I'm like in the corner, so I probably had the best sleep. I wasn't cold. The gear from Decathlon, it stood to the test, and yeah, it's definitely you can use it in winter in the escarpment, in the mighty Drakensberg. Okay, so I can see some water down there. I'm going to be heading to the summit of Giant's Castle Peak. Let's go. There's the sun. Definitely sub-zero last night, as you can tell by the ice. This is on top of Giant's Pass. Because there was only 3 of us, we decided to stay at the cave. However, if you have a bigger group, you can just walk down to this valley and camp near the water source. Sure, if this is the ice wall, the ice climbers come to climb in winter. Looks like the pictures, though. I haven't ever ice climbed as yet, but willing to give it a try. We're almost at the peak of Giant's Castle. It's over here. Ironically, so far we couldn't see the giant sleeping on its back itself. I saw really great views of Giant's Castle at Highmoor, but we are looping the hike today, so hopefully we actually get to see the giant, but it's still a very beautiful hike regardless. There is a bit of scrambling to do, but nothing too major. You can just use your hands. If you want extra safety, you can use a rope. So we are at the summit of Giant's Castle, 3,330 something, 31 if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful views. If I continue that side, I can land up by Mafadi. If I continue that side, it's Loteni. So the summit is part of the Grand Traverse. And then we're gonna head back down Giant's Castle. And once we're down Giant's Castle Pass, instead of going down Giant's Ridge, we're gonna loop it via Oribi Ridge to the Giant's Hut, which I just zoomed into next to an empty tarn. So if I look straight ahead, not sure if you can see it. But like straight ahead, that is Highmoor. That's where I actually saw the giant sleeping on its back. So really fantastic views from here. Well worth it. And let me just so these are my category 4 sunglasses meant for high altitude, and this is my waterproof hat at Giant's Castle. So I'm on top of Giant's Castle Pass. I'm now going to descend down. Yesterday when I came up, it was a bit cloudy, so you couldn't see much. How you know we're at the top of the pass? There'll be some cairns, rocks on top of each other. So I'm going to show you what the pass looks like, because yesterday the views weren't that great. It's quite a very easy pass according to Berg standards. But yeah, definitely do it with sticks because of the loose rocks. So this cave is known as Giant's Castle Pass 2. It's definitely taller, much taller. Not that flat though, but there's no drops. And if you look out from here, I'll be able to zoom in, and I think that's Giant's Cave 1 where we were yesterday, which is across the stream. Finished with Giant's Castle Pass, heading back to the counterpath. We'll decide at the split if I'm going to take the Ridgeway or the longer Oribi way. Views are much better today than yesterday, as you can see. We can see Giant's Castle. I was on top of the peak, right there. I did a solo summit, I was the only one on top. But it has some amazing views. I could remember the hut I videoed. There's it in front. We're gonna go there now. So the view is from Highmore. It looks more like a giant sleeping on its back, to be honest, because you're a bit further away. But at least finally we can see the giant, because we took the Oribi route. So this is Giant's Hut, the giant peak over there. And if you look across, it's a dried out tarn. So probably in summer it's filled with water. There's no river, it just comes from the rain. So sad story, this is the remains of what used to be Giant's Hut. Unfortunately, it got burnt down due to a wildfire. That's why no open fires are allowed in the Drakensberg. It's for reasons like this. You might think your fire is controlled, but the wind could blow your spark kilometers away and this could ignite. Also, if you're a smoker, please take your cigarette butts with you, because you don't want another incident like this to happen. There's also local communities who live nearby. They graze and stuff, so please take precaution. No open fires, and if you are smoking anything, take your dirty habits with you. Before it got burnt down, I think the mountain club actually fixed the roof. They donated some supplies, but unfortunately fire has damaged it all. A really nice hut in this region is Bannerman Hut. That's still intact. Unfortunately, a lot of people started writing on Bannerman's Hut. You know, I don't understand. People come out here to enjoy nature, but then they destroy it. It's people like that that I don't understand why they're here in the first place. So I'm just going to show you what I'm passing now. This is the retired Vulture retreat. So I'm not sure what that means, retired, but it was a retreat meant for lamachaya, which is one of the biggest birds of predators that you get here. And the bugs. We'll just step in here. See. Oh, so this is the view. Wow, actually see something. What is that? Oh, it flew away. But yeah, there's Giant's Castle ahead. This is like 5 p.m, almost sunset time. So I'm sure if you're into birding, you'd appreciate being here right now. Unfortunately, I have 8 more kilometers to go. So I'll have to run, literally. We decided to take the Oribi route. It adds an additional 6 kilometers, but I actually preferred it for the views. Reason being is, with the Oribi route, you can actually see Giant's Castle. Giant's Ridge, the view wasn't as great. So yeah, but for ease, definitely Giant's Ridge, because from Giant's Ridge to here, there was a lot of up and downs. At least from Giant's Ridge, it's just downhill. So even though it was a counterpart, up, down, river crossings. So now hopefully it's all downhill with a beautiful sunset. Halfway through Oribi, I can see the giant sleeping. Here's the giant's back and the mouth, the nose, the forehead. The view gets better the further away you go. That's why it looked better from Highmore.
This was a scoping out mission that myself and two friends did for the first time. We fast packed it in 2 days. However, you can do it comfortably over 2 days if you come back the same way, which is the quicker way. Just to show you, this is all our time and initiative that goes through our adventures before we actually advertise it. We go check it out, see what's good, see what isn't. So if you're ready to conquer this peak, message us and we look forward to summiting it with you.